Betty Zane by Zane Grey. Prologue. On June 16, 1716, Alexander Spotswood, governor of the colony of Virginia, and a gallant soldier who had served under Marlborough in the English wars, rode at the head of a dauntless band of cavaliers down the quiet street of quaint old Williamsburg. The adventurous spirits of this party of men urged them toward the land of the setting sun, that unknown west far beyond the blue-crested mountains rising so grandly before them. Months afterward, they stood on the western range of the great North Mountains towering above the picturesque Shenandoah Valley, and from the summit of one of the loftiest peaks, where until then the foot of a white man had never trod, they viewed the vast expanse of plain and forest with glistening eyes. Returning to Williamsburg, they told of the wonderful richness of the newly discovered country, and thus opened the way for the venturesome pioneer who was destined to overcome all difficulties and make a home in the Western world. But 50 years and more passed before a white man penetrated far beyond the purple spires of those majestic mountains. One bright morning in June 1769, the figure of a stalwart, broad-shouldered man could have been seen standing on the wild and rugged promontory which rears its rocky bluff high above the Ohio River at a point near the mouth of Wheeling Creek. He was alone, save for the companionship of a deerhound that crouched at his feet. As he leaned on a long rifle, contemplating the glorious scene that stretched before him, a smile flashed across his bronzed cheek, and his heart bounded as he forecast the future of that spot. In the river below him lay an island so round and green that it resembled a huge lily pad floating placidly on the water. The fresh green foliage of the trees sparkled with glittering dewdrops. Back of him rose the high ridges, and in front, as far as eye could reach, extended an unbroken forest. Beneath him to the left and across a deep ravine, he saw a wide, level clearing. The few scattered and blackened tree stumps showed the ravages made by a forest fire in the years gone by. The field was now overgrown with hazel and laurel bushes, and intermingling with them were the trailing arbutus, the honeysuckle, and the wild rose. A fragrant perfume was wafted upward to him. A rushing creek bordered one edge of the clearing. After a long quiet reach of water, which could be seen winding back in the hills, the stream tumbled madly over a rocky ledge, and white with foam, it hurried onward as if impatient of long restraint, and lost its individuality in the broad Ohio. This solitary hunter was Colonel Ebenezer Zane. He was one of those daring men who, as the tide of emigration started westward, had left his friends and family, and had struck out alone into the wilderness. Departing from his home in eastern Virginia, he had plunged into the woods.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?